Procedure for constructing a confidence interval for the population mean. Number one, you want to verify that the two requirements are satisfied. The sample is a simple random sample, and the population is either normally distributed or the sample size is greater than 30. Number two, with the population standard deviation unknown, as is usually the case, we want to use n-1 degrees of freedom and use technology or a t-distribution table such as table A3 to find the critical t-value that corresponds to the desired confidence level. Number three, you want to evaluate the margin of error using the following formula: E, which is equal to the critical value t, times the sample standard deviation divided by the square root of n. Number four, using the value of the calculated margin of error E and the value of the sample mean, substitute those values in one of the formats for the confidence interval. Now, the sample mean here is going to be x bar. So, therefore, we would have the following: x bar, or the sample mean, minus the margin of error, the sample mean plus the margin of error, and the mean, the population mean, would be in those two values. Or we would say that the sample mean plus or minus the margin of error, or in interval notation, we would say the sample mean minus the margin of error, comma, the sample mean plus the margin of error. Number five, rounding the resulting confidence interval limits as follows. With an original set of data values, round the confidence interval limits to one more decimal place than is used for the original set of data. But when using the summary statistics of n, the sample mean, and the sample standard deviation, you round the confidence interval limits to the same number of decimal places used for the sample mean.